ACMi productions are only made possible with your support. Visit patreon.com/ACMi to learn how you can help. The following program is brought to you by Arlington Community Media, where we tell your story.
This is ACMi News, recognized nationwide as the first place winner of the 2023 Hometown Media Award for News Access.
From McLennan Park to Spy Pond, from Poets Corner to the Mystic River, we have Arlington covered, giving you stories that count from people who care. Reliable, trustworthy, dependable. This is the nationwide award-winning ACMi News.
Boston stands as one of the greatest cities in the country for live classical music, but Arlington is no slouch when it comes to offering wonderful opportunities of its own. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of our ACMi News. I'm James Milan.
And I'm Daniela Bonto. So glad you could join us. A gorgeous setting, a magnificent day, superb performances. It all came together for a transcendent experience last Sunday afternoon at the Armenian Cultural Foundation, Armenian Vistas, presented a number of works for cello and piano by a variety of Armenian composers, including Arlington's own Alan Hovhaness. And the concert was a complete success.
Pianist Alessandra Pompili traveled all the way from Manchester, England to be here, and cellist Christina Goulans made her way up from Washington, D.C. As part of their visit to Arlington, Alessandra and Christina took a very special tour, starting with the plaque commemorating Hovhaness at the Dallin Museum and proceeding from there to Hovhaness's childhood home on Blossom Street. Visiting these sites made the experience even more meaningful for the musicians, connecting them even more deeply to the works they played. The results for the audience were simply thrilling.
Let's stay on a musical note for this next story as well. From chamber music to brass, Arlington has got musical excellence to spare. ACMi News intern Hong Yi paid a visit to the lovely First Baptist Church in Arlington Center to talk to the Mystic Brass Ensemble's music director, Andrew Heath, about an upcoming concert at the historic church.
Hello everybody, my name is Hong Yi. I'm reporting for Arlington Community Media. I'm here with Andrew Heath, who is the music director for Mystic Brass Ensemble, and there is an upcoming concert that will be performed by this brass ensemble called Bruckner and Strauss. Can you talk a little bit about this concert?
2024 marks the 200th anniversary of Anton Bruckner, so we'll be performing some of his works as brass only, some with brass and organ, and some with brass, organ, and timpani, which are those large pitch drums that you'll recognize if you hear the Olympic fanfare. That's the sound of the timpani. So that is the setup for the Anton Bruckner music, followed by the complete brass choirs of Richard Strauss, which we're also planning to do a formal recording of and hopefully release that in the near future. Strauss poured his heart and soul into these brass choir pieces. Some of them are fanfares, some of them are very lyrical, and they are just a joy. Bruckner himself was an organist, so he almost plays the brass choir like an organ, lots of layers and texture. sudden shifts, and some moments are very drawn out on purpose to make a big statement. And then Strauss, of course, wrote all types of music for all types of instruments and voices, and so there's quite a bit of a mix of very schmaltzy lyricism, almost inspired by vocal music, but also the bold fanfares of the brass.
Where can Arlington residents and other maybe Bostonians get tickets, or does this even need like...
Concerts are free and open to the public. We accept donations, of course, when you come, but bring the whole family and sit back and relax. This is happening on Sunday, November 10th at 3 p.m. right here at First Baptist Arlington.
Here comes November, and you know what that means. Out with the pumpkins and in with the turkeys. In this case, a turkey trot. This trot is sponsored by Arlington Eats, one of the great nonprofits in town that if you don't know about, you should. We went to their building at 117 Broadway to find out more ourselves about both the organization and the event.
Arlington Eats is a nonprofit in Arlington that's mission is to engage the community in fighting food insecurity and hunger for residents in Arlington. We serve just residents of Arlington, the equivalent of 750,000 meals last year through our programs. Our largest program is the Eats Market, where people can come and choose food that they like, lots of fresh produce and other items that we try to cater to lots of different diets and tastes. We do a home delivery program for homebound folks in Arlington. We do snacks in all the schools, school vacation lunch program. We manage the farmers market in Arlington and do a Fresh Bucks program, which is a SNAP match for people using their SNAP cards for fresh produce, and lots of other programs. With this added need, we really need to kind of think of new ways to bring in more people and more revenue. So the Turkey Trot is a 5K. It's 3 laps around the res plus a little dog leg at Ringe Park, which is on the Lexington side. In addition, we also have a 2-mile walk for people who aren't running. It's going to be professionally timed. We'll have post-race party afterwards. Just come on out, support people who are running or walking. You can't sign up now, but you can donate. So we have, just go to our homepage and you'll see a link to donate. And we need everybody's support.
Let's hope the glorious weather we've been experiencing for much of the fall holds out for the 3rd of November. We wish everyone involved the best of luck. Looks like it'll be a lot of fun, and the cause couldn't be better.
From one form of carbon-free transport to another, residents came out on a recent Saturday to donate bikes for another worthy cause. We caught up with a few of those generous donors and found out just how their bikes would be repurposed.
This bicycle would have ended up in the landfill if it was not being reused. So it's an old bike, it was a family bike. I'm hoping that someone else will get years of enjoyment out of it and it won't just rust in a landfill some way.
We're here from the Bike Connector to collect bikes from the Arlington community. We take the bikes up to Lowell, and we have several different programs. Our main one is called Earn a Bike, and we work with the high school, which is a block away from us. And after school, the kids come in, pick a bike, make an appointment, and then they come back and work on it one-on-one with a mechanic. They get to earn it. They then leave with a bike and a helmet. We do a big program for kids in elementary and preschool. We work a lot with the immigrant community in Lowell. We distribute over 2,000 bikes a year this way.
This is a great event. We love coming out here. We do this a couple times a year actually, and it's a great chance for the scouts to be able to work with their hands and with the tools, and with a great cause to promote recycling the bikes.
It also teaches you life skills like fixing a bike, which is pretty fun, you know?
My wife saw the news, said donate. Okay, we have bikes, and the other one is my mom bought it for her granddaughter. 20 years? Yeah. And I don't want to donate it because my mom's, she passed away, but what can I do? Donate. It's better than throw it away.
If you have a bike you'd like to donate, mark your calendar for May 10th, 2025. That's the next date for this twice-a-year event.
While we don't have highlights to share this week, we did want to bring you up to date on what's happening in AHS sports. After a thrilling 1-0 victory over Woburn on October 21st, the boys soccer team suffered a rare loss away to Lexington on the 23rd. They remain dominant in the league, however, and currently sport a record of 11-3-1.
And speaking of dominant, girls soccer raised their record to 11-4-2 with a win, a loss, and a tie over the past week. And AHS football returns home to Pierce Field to face Woburn on November 1st with a 6 o'clock start. We'll close this week's newscast with the kinds of thrills, chills, frights, and delights that you can only find at this time of year. Our thanks to ACMi member Joe Snodgrass for sharing this tour of Arlington's ghoulish Halloween landscape. Enjoy! And that will do it for this week, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Daniela Abanto.
And I'm James Milan. Before we go, I do want to congratulate my co-anchor, Daniela, AHS class of 2025. Know how Daniela ended up on the anchor desk? She simply reached out to us several months ago, and look at her now. If you'd like to get involved, please pay us a visit at 85 Park Ave. And we film these newscasts on Thursday afternoons between 3 and 5 p.m.
And if you have any news tips for us, stay tuned. In just a few seconds, you'll find out how to contact us. Meantime, we will see you back here next week.
Have a great week, everyone.
You can always check out our latest segments and newscasts on the web at acmi.tv/news. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ACMi News. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll find us at youtube.com/ACMi News. If you have any news tips for us or wish to become a citizen journalist, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at news@acmi.tv or stop by ACMi Studio A at 85 Park Avenue.
ACMi productions are only made possible with your support. Visit patreon.com/ACMi to learn how you can help.